How realistic is that? How much higher do you think those paychecks can get?
He's already raised the paychecks by quite a number. He was the first person to make $1 million in a fight, and since then we've seen several other fighters make it. He made $3 million for his fight at UFC 205, which then led to Ronda Rousey making $3 million at UFC 207. So he's already done that. There's still a lot of work to do. I think that the UFC with WME still trying to kind of balance the checkbooks a little bit and kind of figure things out before we get there. But this fight could help elevate the sport's profile, much like the Ultimate Fighter did back in the day, which could mean more revenue. And more revenue obviously would hopefully trickle down to the fighters. So there's still some work to do, but he's already been kind of doing that. It's just a matter of whether it can increase at the rate that he would like it to.
Both Conor and Dana White say he will return to fight in the UFC. So I think the natural question is who and when?
The obvious and easy fight to make is the winner of the interim lightweight title fight at UFC 216 in October, when Tony Ferguson, a guy who's on a 9-fight win streak, fights Kevin Lee, a young guy who's kind of pulling a page out of Conor McGregor's playbook. That would be the obvious fight. But when asked about it this week, Dana White wouldn't commit that winner of that fight would be the next person to fight Conor McGregor. He wants to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov in Russia, but there's no Russia event for the back half of the year, and he said he wants to fight in the back half of the year. But the biggest money fight for Conor McGregor in the UFC and for the UFC would be the Nate Diaz trilogy. That's the fight to make. That's the fight that fans want to see. He's the guy who's challenged Conor McGregor the best. It's this big rivalry, and it's been a down year for the UFC. And that would be a good December event to kind of anchor out the year and bring those pay-per-view numbers up.